to Do It Yourself Micro Braid Lace Closure Wave. Now, y'all didn't see me last night. Yeah. But Happy New Year to you wherever you are. We're going to get into this because just because we're in a new year doesn't mean that this stops. Okay. All right. While I will not be talking much, I will be keeping up with the, keep an eye on the comments just to make sure I don't miss anything. And in case you have any questions, in case you want to attempt something like this. So without further ado, let's lock in. And there may be points in which I like mute almost immediately because it's unpredictable. It might not be quiet all the way through, and so that's just to protect your viewing experience. So far we've gotten this far. This is the section that we've been pulling sections from, and we need to make sure this one particular strand is out the way. Hopefully your New Year's celebration has been very safe and eventful. Okay. Twist this baby out the way. I'm gonna get in here and braid. I'll cozy it up real as warm as I can be, but I can still feel a draft. We gonna continue. What is this in there? All right. this. We're gonna keep braiding. What? Till this baby is done. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm not stopping. We're gonna get this baby done. We're gonna get it dipped in hot water and do whatever else we need to do. Appreciate you, Rachel. Keep catching this one stray hair. Get out of here, you stray hair. Happy New Year, y'all. Hopefully y'all had a safe celebration. And a warm one. Okay. Keep grabbing the straight hair. These flyaways. I'm not going to complain. We're not starting the year like this. We're not ending the year like this. We're not going. Nope. Nope. Thank you for sharing. YouTube University is your best friend. God can bless you to be able to do the same. I have seen it happen with like multiple races, and maybe they babies have that hair texture, and they learned, and they real talented. There's this one I like calling Vanilla, one Vanilla sister. I don't know her name. Years ago, that girl were all kind of coloring her hair and braid hair for a living. Now, hopefully, she's still braiding hair for a living with all the way these prices, with how stuff been going since this thing in 2020 went. But long story short, Vanilla sister can braid. So if she can do it, you can do it, and anybody else listening and wanting to learn the same skills. It's okay. It's okay. As you can see, you know, for those that watched me the last time I was live, which was last year, get it? Yeah. Um, First time I tried this, making her, I was making the wig with nails, and my nails had got done back last year, about 3 months ago. And I didn't see how folks could do that before then. Like, well, I'm not gonna stop making it just because that happened. And so now, just because, you know, it's a little breezy, just, you know, eat your soup, tea, bundle up, whatever, wear long sleeves, you know. You see, I'm dressed for the occasion. Keep this warm too. And you just practice. You practice. Because a couple years ago, I didn't know how to make this stuff. I used to watch people, but I never attempted it. And it was only then was I willing to attempt. I got a few wigs that kind of I keep around to let me know, oh, well, this look okay, but the execution was what I want, but I keep the wig, so it's not really a waste. Practice makes perfect, and practice makes you skilled. You can do it. It's the same thing with cooking. I know this ain't a cooking channel, but real quick, don't be hard on yourself. I used to have people pick me apart for my cooking, and then it wasn't until I got around folks didn't hardly know me this prior to COVID. Baby, they was taking plates out the building. Told me, I gotta take this home. Like, did you did you make sure ain't nobody else want? Okay. And so I'm not a chef, and I'm not a perfect cook. I'm gonna say this right quick and get back on topic. But I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at cooking. Pretty good at cooking. And I owe that to God. Pretty good at it. So it didn't matter what nobody else thought about my cooking. Because people critique based off of their taste alone. So they may say, your mashed potatoes ain't so and so. Meanwhile, you done mashed the potatoes or use instant and you done filled it up full of parsley and butter and garlic powder and onion powder. You done put truffle oil and a mixture of seasonings, and everybody else say it's good. That means they're the party pooper. Ignore them. Ignore them. Ignore the party poopers. Ignore that. Because if you waiting on them to approve, and maybe they might not like potatoes, then what you waiting on? You waiting in vain, baby. Okay? There is a passage in the Bible that says that comparison is the thief of joy. That's what it does. It just robs you from celebrating the fact that you are a good cook based off of that example. Yeah. And some people will be like, oh, well, they'll grade you based off of, oh, well, if you can't cook one particular dish, then such and such. No, your identity is not attached to you knowing how to cook something. You can always learn. Maybe it's the person that you learn it from you need to change. And that's okay. Make sure you forgive them people though. Make sure you do that. So that way you're not walking around like, yeah, I learned how to I'm gonna go off of the same example. Yeah, I learned how to cook potatoes. Now you can't say nothing. Then it's like, look, you're in the wrong frame of mind. Now you need to go somewhere, ask the Lord to forgive you for doing it because you just wanted to rub it in. The goal should be for you to get better. Not for you to rub it in folks' face. Okay. Yeah. Now let me get off of talking about food because this ain't no food channel. But yeah, that just wanted to share that because I feel like that's probably one of the best examples. Ooh. Okay. You make sure I'm not missing no comments. Because I remember one time, hold on. I thought of another testimony. I remember one time I had got comments. I had got remarks about me cooking rice. And you know, it's interesting once you change who you learn things from, of how much of you'll have a more joyous experience if you able to learn it easier, because that says something about the person who taught it to you. Now, I want to preface this by saying that I forgave the person that I made peace with and all that, but I realized that the way that folks teach you things, they teach it based off of what they've been taught. And sometimes that becomes how they view themselves. They think that this is who they are. And if they don't fall in line with something, and it could be toxic, um, that they're not who God called them to be. And so that could cause a lot of issues. Long story short, the moment I set out to learn another way from another person, YouTube University, from okay, and I owe all this to God. Now I know how to cook rice. I say all this to say this. You can learn it this way. And if you feel like it's difficult, that doesn't mean you're a failure. That doesn't mean you aren't worth what God has for you once you learn it. And prior to that just means you need to learn another way. Why do you think there's 11 different, sorry, Lord forgive me. Why do you think there's more than one way to cook macaroni and cheese? And let me get off this food because we ain't about cooking. You see what I'm saying? Think about that. I'm going to leave you with it. I'm trying to stay on topic here. And okay. Regular cheddar mac and cheese is just as good as 5 cheese mac and cheese. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I'm going to leave it at that because I can stop talking about food up in here. I'm going to just do that. I'm going to hush about the food. Because I'll be up here making folk hungry. And not even intending to do that. So that's why I'm a fan of, okay, if you didn't learn it this way, that ain't the only way that you can learn. Now, the only place that actually matters is your relationship with God. There's a passage that says that no one can come to the Father except through me. Jesus said it himself. That's the only area where it's like you got to get it from the source. And so Jesus is the source. Outside of a relationship with him, you can learn different things here on this planet called Earth, different ways. Just because you ain't learning the way everybody else learn it does not mean you are a failure. You're far from it. The only way you fail is if you stop trying. There's a passage also in the Bible that says, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. He will give you the strength to do it and everything else and every other key to do it. Be anxious for nothing, but by prayer and by supplication and make your requests known unto him. Because I remember watching a girl on YouTube, and she used to teach how to do this before anybody ever thought about it. I feel like she don't get enough credit. That might be why I'm being led to share it again. But girl's very talented. The wigs didn't come out looking too. Folks used to make comments about the wigs, basically. And I'm thinking that this is amazing. To put this on the wig, no more sitting for hours. When she got a hold of perfecting her craft and started adding the human hair closures of different sizes and stuff, baby, you couldn't stop her. You can't stop her now. And now, look, everybody copying her, using her photos. I think she should pursue that legally. That's all I'm saying, sis. Braid's wig queen. Then try copying her different variation of name, all that other stuff. But she started it. She's brave enough to do it. You need to come back and start uploading, okay, sis? Thinking about tagging you. You need to come back. Anywho. Don't stop trying. That's it. Try not to catch these flyaways or these other pieces I have not braided. I'm gonna have to move this all the way out the way because it's like I keep grabbing it unintentionally. Yeah, I was thinking I was on mute. I'm like, no, you ain't muted yet because thank the Lord so far we have not had. Yeah, we've not had to do that. Very thankful for that. Look, hold on. All right, we're not going all the way to the bottom. certain point and then stop. Okay. Keep catching this hair, so that means I'm gonna have to tuck it out of the way. Let's do this now. We're gonna pull y'all whippersnappers out the way. And that's the same thing with me being a do-it-yourself girly. I've been doing pedicures since before the professional tubs and stuff. And so when they just brought that in, it's like, well, okay. Makes it fine. But who want to sit to get all these? Can you imagine? $1,500. That's somebody living arrangement payment or whatever. It's probably, okay. It's probably a couple months of car payments for somebody. What they charge for these now, you might as well learn how to do this on a wig cap, how to construct it. There's a video on the channel. I'll put it on my community tab after this live goes up on how to construct the cap. When I first started constructing cap, them things did not look them neat. You think that stopped me? No. Because my goal wasn't for it to be perfect. My goal was for it to secure the wig. And number two, then neatness comes second after. As long as I knew the wig was secure, I didn't care how that wig cap looked. But who gonna see it once you put the hair on? Nobody's gonna see it. Unless they ask for you to lift up your wig. After that, it's like why is you asking me to look at your wig? What's wrong with you? Okay. You being a little bit too nosy. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Welcome to the live. We're doing our micro braids on our lace closure wig. Purple and black. I'm still thinking about how I can add another color to it. Might not have room to add another color while I'm talking. I might not have room to add another color. That's okay. Gotta get the strand back together. Make that a stopping point right there. Oh, I don't know how far I don't take clients. I can teach you. Is there something you want to know? I can make a video about it. We'll see. Is that Ola Baraka? Baroque? Look, let me know if I'm pronouncing your name correct. I don't want to be messing it up. Okay. I'm getting ready to pull this right out of the way. Because we're not going to complain. We're just going to pull them flyaways out the way. And then keep it moving. Keep it going. Okay, okay. This is why it's important to practice and to take your time with something like this. Going to get that snag out the way. Whew, there we go. You gonna get yourself blocked, my boy. I don't play like that. If you're talking to women like that, I just want you to I just want you to let me know what is the percentage. What is the percentage of women that have been amicably and expeditiously receptive to that? Your comment came through the review, okay? Please tell me the number of women that be receptive to you using them slang terms. That's a serious question. Nah, bro, I don't play like that. You must be on the wrong site and you must have thought, oh, such and such. Nah, bro, back up. Dial that back up, my boy. Back it up. We don't do that here. Take your extracurricular activity somewhere else. Maybe you're on the wrong site. we'll reach a certain point and then we're going to move on to whatever the next one is, whenever that is. Okay. Yeah, let me get this out the way. Comb. Gotta use this a comb while we going through this area here. There we go. There we go. Let's see. We've been going over these sections here. Those we've been watching. That neatness is showing, even though these braids are not the exact same size all the way through. That neatness is going to save you every time. Behind practicing and never stopping until you get to this point. And then when you get to this point, I don't want you to stop either. I want you to keep going, because you can only get better from here. Make sure I'm not missing no comments. Okay. Make sure you getting to the top, you got to make sure you ain't sloppy on this. Meaning, grip kind of tight, but not too tight. We're not trying to rip the fabric. What's the fabric? The lace. Dial it back and take your time. When you go to grip, you will braid. There we go. Gotta get a good grip on things. Pun intended. It's corny. It's okay. It's okay. It's still funny. It's still funny. Actually, we do it just a tad bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. I don't know when I'm going to be back, but I'm going to be back because I can't leave this like this. Love ya.